Hello, 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 guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Once again, I'm not on time. Classic. Welcome back to Wonder Ham. It's been, what, a year since my last stream? I want to say confession. I don't know why I want to say confession. I'm alive. Hello, Shaw. Yeah, I swear to God, the time I'm on time. Woo! Ham, what's happening, Bob? How's it going, man? Hello, Glyph. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I know this was kind of haphazard and crazy. Well, not crazy, just more haphazard, I guess. And I'm off to the aforementioned rehearsal. No worries, Shot. Enjoy the rehearsal. Thanks for tuning in. It's kind of my fault. I started 25 minutes later than I was supposed to. Forgive me, Father, for I have streamed such timing. I mean, to be fair, he tuned in, right? He tuned in for the start. That's more than enough. He's a good egg, so he is. Let me try and move this down here. Maybe. Nah. No. I'm off to. Need to fix something out for that. Oh God, sorry. I had to literally. I've had the craziest day today. We're getting a couch moved in. From somewhere, and we had to literally wait to set that up. So we set that up. Had to move the couch up the stairs. Mental day. So, I've been watching stream for a while now. The thing that stopped it before was my PC died. He died to death. It was not very good. My head is too low. Thanks, love. I'm gonna raise my seat. There we go. That's better. So you can see my perfectly sculpted egg head. As you see. So the last game I played on the stream was Inscription, which of course is a nightmare. And I swear to God, I can't prove it, but I will walk and listen. Thank you, Shaw. Thank you, Shaw. Enjoy the rehearsal. I hope it goes well. And I think I got my PC fixed in August, and then just didn't stream because I was trying to find the time because everything was crazy. I'm trying to think what's happened that anyone's missed. But I think I've seen at least two of you in person, and Bob, I know you were at the chat for the last stream that we did. That was nice. Lovely little stream of Mario Party and Mario Kart, in which I don't think I have any friends or a brother anymore. Oh, Glyph, you're in for a treat, my friend. I think the big news, before we get started, I'm trying to think if there's anything I should catch up on. I got engaged. Very pleased about that. I think I told everyone about that, and I'm feeling very good about that. That's pretty great. I have a fiancée. She did all the new art for the stream, which I will just flick through the now. So we have the PC, we have the starting soon. You guys all stared at for 25 minutes for a grand old time. We have the BRB. Very good. And we have thanks for watching. Thank you, Glyph. Bob, your comments are always well appreciated, my friend. Always appreciated. Welcome to the wonderful world of winning paperwork. Oh, Glyph, yeah, no. I think I was not streaming at the time, but obviously, I know this is a very belated congratulations, but congratulations to yourself, my friend, as well. Your husband not having a wonderful time. Right, Mundaun. So, Mundaun is a game made primarily by one man, the one Mikael Ziegler, who is from a old town in Sweden, I think, is where Mundaun is supposed to be set. And it is this is an intense game. Let's just say that. No, I don't even know if that's the right word for it. Mundaun is even the language that they speak. It's unique to that region of Sweden. Also, everything is made to look hand-drawn. I'm gonna get my chat on my phone here, but the flippy phone, fancy boy, aka I fell for the gimmick. Gently, John, as our famed streamer friend John G13 likes to tell everyone, or tell me. Maybe not everyone. He doesn't go, hey, you know that Wonder Ham, you know his phone? Fell for the gimmick, guys! Let's wait, how do I get to my dashboard? My channel. Hey, I'm live. Oh, you give me a shower today. What a sweetie pie. I'm trying to get my chat fired up here. Channel. Just what? But there used to be a way to do this really easily, but maybe that's an iPhone. What I get. There it is. Okay, that took me longer. Oh. Okay. When did you last stream? How last year before time has become all wimey. Correct. So even my you got your name? Oh my god! I didn't hear that, Cliff. Oh no. First they say afterwards. So, you're Cordine. And he was, and that, like, the dialect is specifically dialect from that region is not a lot. Barely anyone speaks it. Best that you were here with us. It saddens me to be It saddens me to be the bearer of bad news. There's been a fire in the bar of your dear grandfather Florin. By the time you read this, he will have long been buried. There is no need for you to make the long journey up here. You sure that Florin very much it was proud of you. Florin. Mundaun. Father Jeremiah, Parish Mundaun. Journal. So this is the father who sent me the. So naturally, we're making the long journey up there. Yes, exactly. Yes, my Jeremiah, it does feel off. You see it with my own eyes what happened. You damn right, you do, Florin. So just full disclosure, I've played this game 4 times. No, twice. I've beat this game twice. I love it. I think it's incredible. I hand drawn this game. I'm impressed. It looks amazing. And again, Mikael did most of this himself, if not all of it himself. But I want to get confirmation of that before, just to make sure. How fog tends to separate this world from the one below. It's striking indeed. Transport was right up this path. Honestly, Cliff, it is. And here's the thing: like, it's my favorite kind of horror, where it's like it's strange. I would call this, and I think Liv would back me up on this. It is a cozy horror game. Like, I don't even know how to. Like, it feels kind of. God, I don't know. Hang on. Just see that. Mundaun is already snow covered, except the black Twin Peaks. They never gather any snow. Oh yeah, there's Twin Peaks, and you have a love for coffee, and coffee gives you energy. For some reason, I'm immediately put in mind of Pathologic. Yes, except much smaller scale, not as intense, a lot more friendlier locals. And for God's sake, the first thing you do in Pathology 2 is like kids get you to try and kill someone. You're like, all right, guys. Barn. Completely burned out. Hello.
Hello, T.
Everyone on favors confirm a cozy horror. I love.
Sticker?
What are you doing? Do.
Requiescat in pace, ruausa in pace.
In peace in my school line can be trusted. Oh man. Yeah, they're a lovely bunch, them. So, yeah. If you can make it up, he's still in there. We got him out, so. Yep. Oh! Alright. There we go. Hey, Trippy. Here we go, into the painting. As one does. On the trek back up to the mountain to say farewell to their grandfather. Okay, that's Serpentini. Okay. Get in there. Oh no, old man. Oh boy. Nice mouth. Oh well, my boy. You can follow your granddaddy? Nice and warm here. It is! I don't want to be here though. Hey, don't friend of your grandpapa. Go my hand, come on, man. No thanks. First I'll give you something so you remember me. Oh no. Maybe in Sweden, Glyph. Maybe in Sweden. Man's only as good as his handshake. Alright. Hand literally caught fire there. Wonderful time. How's the volume okay? I think I did the mix okay. Is the game too loud? Is the game too soft? I might have to put my limiter on. I had to literally set all this up from scratch. Also, the tabs I've got for going in and out of streams. Switzerland, that was it. Thanks, Bob. The Swiss Arts Council that funded this. I think he got a grant to make it. Oh, nice. Charcoal hand. Nice and burned. Oh, look. Oh, dear God. I just realised it was trapped. Just sitting waiting for the fire. Dude, that's a... Did you need to draw it, man? Yeah. Oh, I'm an uncle now. That happened as well. I just realised that there's a lot of stuff that happened within the year. He bobbing, he's lovely. He is. We have a baby answer here for when he comes round, but tiny bit quiet on the game front. Well, we can fix that. Let's up it to about here. Let's try that. There we go. You change the text color of the chat. I think I can, love, but I need to know CSS. I don't know CSS. Just coding. They haven't protected this from the fire. Grandpa must be there for me to find. Here's Grandpa. That's you. Get there. Someone, John. John already got into contact with me. He's like, I can't make it, guys. Sorry. He's got stuff onto it. I'll grab his pipe. Thanks, Rampy. Wish for his alarm, eh? Aye. I was gonna make a joke, be like, huh, maybe they don't have pipe. Sweden. Switzerland. I'll find where I live first, Grandpa. To get out. Oh. Oh! There we go! Fingers having a bit of a time of it. La la, John G3 Thragen. What did Jeremiah's bury? Yeah, if he's already had his funeral, why is he still in there? What did they put in the ground? Oh. So does that say like this game has like a host of colourful characters? No, I do not like those fingers either, Glyph. They are not good fingers. And there we go. There's a title crawl. After we get the the horrible hand and talk to Grandpa, who's currently in the walls. Yeah, we can't even get him out. I should probably stop running. Oh, it looks so nice though. Probably was built centuries ago. Grandpa has a cool house. We got to give it to. Give it to Florin. He built a cool house. No, that's locked. But there's a host of colorful characters in this. One of them being a Walter. We'll get to Walter. And Alegria. Me and Lev had a point of saying literally forever. Consistently, without fail. I got my binocs on. Wait! Spooky. There by the big cross in the graveyard. What's the big cross in the graveyard? Grandpa is? Ah! Goats. Florina? That'd be Florina. We go to Grandpa's house at least. Hey, it's Hey, it's me! 15.
Observați-ci mai.
Supposed to be keeping tabs on you, boy. Move. Come on. Do.
Implacat per scurzeladas.
That's so nice. Like, I love to slay on the slopes of Mundaun. Ooh. What the? So cursed! Florin just keeps him on his wall. Oh, we need to save it grandfather clock. Guess someone's got a radio on? There you go. So, I've not played this without control before, so it feels weird. Alright, we got some coffee. Got to make some coffee, just need some water. And something to start a fire. I got some bread. Yes. Good for my health, actually. Bread. There's some music that plays on the radio that I always use every time I go for a wee sip. Get to that. Okay. What's been happening to you guys anyway? What's been happening, chat? I've even been absent from Bungie streams, maybe just to feel guilty if I'm like not guilty. Maybe I just haven't been tuning in as much because he was playing Black Mesa last and just never got around to it. And because I was wanting to play through Black Mesa, I beat Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, but never beat Half-Life 1. So I didn't want spoilers for Black Mesa. Now, Half-Life 2 doesn't really touch what happens to Black Mesa. It's just like, oh, you're Gordon, you're in City 17. That was about it. Oh, yeah. Hey, look, it's me! For shame. Oh, that's not good. Oh, boy. That was didn't like that. Ooh, some toy. I found a toy. Got some coffee, got some matches, wood. Anyway, to be honest, yeah, I heard Black Mesa improved that significantly. So that was a fun experience in the bathroom. Anyway, I can't get in there. Not there yet. Jesus to get in there with the cross on the. Oh, my pad, my old room. What do I get? Ah, a little thing in the town. Well, of this area. So there's something... Oh, that's for... Oh, we soldiers. We soldiers. Oh, you got an upcoming new job. Nice one. That's my dad's birthday, Glyph. That's... That's my pop's birthday. Nice. Stuff, man. Oh. Oh, this is literally everywhere you go in the game. I never noticed that before. We've got some trips for this one, believe you me, folks. It is a... That was it. That was how I was going to word it. One of the reasons I love this game so much is that I feel like Mundaun has its own very much... I went back to work last week, been a while. Do you want real life coffee? Oh, I've already got real life coffee, love. Thank you very much. I actually pre-prepared the kettle for this. Oh, delightful. Thank you for actually... You reminded me of that, so thank you. I don't approve of any of this. No, I don't approve of any of this either, love. You might approve of Alegria. Maybe a bit weirded out by Alegria, but Alegria's fine. You kind of get used to her. Matches and a battery. Julio. Right, that'll do for now. Right. Oh well, time to go to the church. Everyone knows that only good things happen in churches and horror stuff. But that was it. This, like, I mean, how many games have we played? Like, between us all in chat, we played a lot of games, right? Obviously, a lot of stuff tends to... A lot of games, I feel, kind of borrow for each other. Nothing wrong with like following like books and stuff. I mean, even this has a couple of things in terms of like that's classic for survival horror games. Just like, you know. Lots of folks. That's the classic Indigo Prophecy. Oh, I mean, there's even the bit in the Indigo Prophecy where bloody Lucas is sitting. There's a lot of things wrong with Indigo Prophecy. Oh, I mean, most of it being David Cage himself, but like that is the only David Cage game I've actually beat, and I'm very ashamed of it. Remember, like, you have to like play Simon Says against those bugs in the office. It's wild. Oh, this doesn't look like the cliff from Midsommar.
Hello, Bobetta.
Hello, little girl. Lovely goats you have. Eh? Where's that going? Going to Jesus? Yeah. It's... like, the start's kind of like... Wait, what happened? Oh my god, what is he doing? Hey, what? She's got... Alegria's... No. Not Alegria. That's not Alegria. Like Spy Kids, yeah. Spy Kids... Oh god, what are they called? Where's that gone? Sunlight in the church. Shadow of the chapel.
Ninguna resposta.
Thank you, love. I left the oven on like a mug. One day, and some random little boy asked, "Are you new?" Much. Oh, Bob, I hear you're like the veteran of the team. Like the veteran of The workplace. Let's just call it the workplace. Like, you know, I know you guys don't know through John, so. Oh. Yeah, exactly! Exactly, Bob. Do. And Jeremiah's locked the graveyard. Well, good thing we got that little tip from let's say little girl.
L'ombrive del cloutier de la caplotta muossa exactement 5 grep.
Look at that.
In bizzo, Jeremias.
That's Jeremiah. Let me in. Not even,
La fossa è
not even here. You put him back.
Scorre con plevon Jeremias.
Let's go see Jeremy. We call him Jeremy. I'm gonna call him Jeremy. Oh, the girl's gone. Yeah. Before I got distracted by my point, I know I keep progressing, so I'm keeping myself distracted. This feels like it's very personal to the person that made it. Like, this feels like someone had a specific vision for it, and they made that game. Like, it's... Mundaun is very much like Mundaun and like nothing else. Oh no, my messed up hand! Nobody's asking about a streak, this isn't Duolingo. Oh god. Oh, this doesn't look good. Oh, there we go! This isn't Duolingo. Very good. Very good. Very good.
Tipus poi.
You again, you creepy old man. Always you. Thanks for getting me in here. Wait. Long ago, I taught some people in Troy a similar trick. See the devil? Is that the implication that that man is Satan? I don't know, man. Get my letter. I did get your letter, Jeremy. Did Jez? No.
Bienji, signor plevon.
Father. The Lord be with you, my son. The letter. Got your letter, Jeremy. You wrote the grandpa's dead. Getting buried. Aaron is born? It's tragic. Oh, Jeremiah looks like he's having a tough time holding it together. Oh, fire. Grandpa, his beloved pipe. So softly spoken, but literally looks like he hasn't slept from a... Yeah, he does. A little bit. I never even noticed that. You've barricaded the window, man. Well, yeah. No, there's a storm. There's something on the radio about the storm. Isn't it just my granddad on that box? Cardin Caminada. My name is Cardin Caminada. What is that? Candle? Baptismal candle. Light tonight before you go to sleep. Put it at the windowsill. Remembrance of Flooding. What? I found his grave. It's empty. Just left him there. Well, you picked the worst way to do it with that letter. Damn it, Jez. I covered his body but couldn't get to it. Too late, man. Have you seen my hand? Bit late for that. Sermon for Sunday. Stay in your grandfather's house tonight. Don't linger. Wait. Father Jeremy. Father Jez. Maybe get in there. Right, well. Stay overnight in Grandpa's house. Oh. Oh, goody. It's night now. Well. Maybe I should just follow these candles that people just, you know, very kindly left out. What could possibly go wrong? Boy. Oh, God. Well, there's a save. Can't crouch. I forgot there was a crouch button on this. Not fleeing back to sea in abject terror. Nope. Apparently not. Oh, and that sounded lovely. Oh no. Oh well, it was only a matter of time before we got to the straw man. Actually, kind of surprised we took us this long to get here. All things considered. We're not going to get an actual competent exorcist.
Yeah.
Are we? Dick. Glyph. Are we dick? Father Jez is too... He's a bit too of a soft hand for this. Where did that straw man go? I already got one of them. Why would any horse be with an ounce of common sense? The only thing I could think of that got remotely close to that in terms of recently, which I thought was quite fun. Oh! Shit! Something's hit me. Where? I'm covered in straw. Come on, Claudine, get to the house. Come on, Claudine, get to the house. Yeah. One film that did have kind of fun with, or poking fun at stuff like that, was Barbarian. It was a fun little horror film. It wasn't amazing, but, you know, it had its moments. Okay. You know what Mundaun is very... Mundaun has very little, if not no, jump scares. But obviously I don't want to say too much because I've seen... Oh, save. That is a cool design for a grandfather clock, if a bit terrifying. Hey, I'll take it. I meant Barbarian, but good to know. Barbarian has a couple, I think. Okay. And we're gonna just put the candle on and just ward off the evil. Let's just close the window. Let's just keep that closed. Cardina's not having a good time. I'm not. I'll say this with you, Bob. I weirdly enough, in retrospect, I become a horror fan because of like good, I guess, like kind of not watching stuff for years and then people being like, who are big into it and are like, look, these are the good ones. These are the ones you should avoid. All right. Agora que chill. So it's just for when I see the head off people's spirits. Right, okay, I'm just sleeping with spikes on me.
Eu spero de se vedi date de inflar wow stat.
Like I really like Ari Aster stuff. That's great. Like I like stuff like this where it's kind of, it's more like the creeping unease horror. That's my favorite kind of horror. Like stuff that you kind of, or I guess personal horror where like you kind of sit on it and chew apart, and like the horror is very much affecting those in the story. It's not like, ooh, the big scary monster. Like Silent Hill 2 is very good at it. Silent Hill 2 is very good at it. Once you found it. Oh, I bet you do, Cliff. Oh boy. Candle's gone out. It's gone out. Nope. No, it's weird. It can be the most rubbish movie. Rose Red that somehow gets under my skin. It's funny though. I always like that. Like, there's just sometimes just it's never big things. It's like sometimes the little things just get you because they hit you in that certain way, and you're like, oh no. Let's see. In the candle? No. Right, what's my objective? Let's see what we're doing. Find tobacco, make coffee. I can do that. Make coffee at least. Wait, what'd you say? There's knocking in the kitchen? What the? Okay? Your teeth looking a bit weird, buddy. Okay. Come on, Cardine. Go find her. Me too. Alright! Speaking of horror that's like feels very personal to her. Anyone seen The Witch? The Vivitch, as it's spelled? That's... Come on, Goatley. Come on, Philip. Oh, I can fill my oh, more up here. Hello. You're very good with the origami, I must say. Oh, okay, I didn't realize we got here this fast. Right, we're doing it. Okay. Let's do it. Let's just get into it. Yeah, the Robert Eggers one, Bob. Correct. Yeah, Eggers is like... I'll say this, Eggers did direct for at least 2 years. It was my favorite film. I don't know now. It might still be. I love The Lighthouse. I think The Lighthouse is incredible. I think it's... Again, one of the things... It doesn't matter. It's a one-of-a-kind film. Oh, there he is. This is my favorite guy. We'll get to him later. The weird pattern on your head, goat. This grandpa's a young man. Northman's crazy, Bob. Northman's crazy, man. He's smoking the pipe. Hey. That'll stick with you. I will say, it's... I don't know if I call it a horror movie. There is a sequence in it, though, that I don't think there is very few points in film where I've been that scared. It's a lot. It's very good, but it's a lot. It's also kind of hilarious. Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson are both excellent in that movie. They're so good. Good memes. If you like a good meme, there's some good memes in that movie. What do you think of The Northman, Bob? Like, I liked it. I did think it was very good. I think I preferred The Lighthouse because I feel like it's more focused. Like, I prefer like smaller scale things to larger scale stuff in terms of scope of story. However, I did read the first book of The Expanse, Leviathan Wakes, which feels kind of like a big space opera. That was excellent. Like, I literally finished that yesterday. So good. I think I read it like in a week. I was like, couldn't turn the pages fast enough. Yeah. I think of the bit at the end, particularly. I think of the final fight in the film. Also the weird stuff with the tree. Oh, it's in the hands of Jesus now. Alright, Jess. Yep. Corporal Walter, yeah, Corporal Walter, there we go. HR, oh, that's HR. Okay. You'll know who you'll find out who HR is later. Yeah, my wife is with child again. I like how Curtin is The voice actor for Cardine is also voicing his grandfather as a young man. Oh boy!
Vai alla fine.
Oh, and there he is.
Forse non è stato perso, mis amis. Vedrò di una via. Ubrigia.
Sources are indeed terrifying. Nobody wants to deal with HR, man. HR pretends to be your friend. It's like, no, we represent the. I mean, some HR is actually really good for staff, but. Oh man, yeah, no, Northman is nuts. Also, I'll say this as well, Bob, if you think the Northman is nuts, oh boy. For books I recommend PG and Nuasu, very similar vibe to this game actually. The prequel novella, A Pale Box on this show is great. And Free, followed by Dream of Death City. Dream of Death City. Wow. They go from the dream, or at least the head of it. Alright, I have a goat's head in my inventory now, guys. And the church is fucked. Let me out. Use my freaky hand. Can I go down the stairs? No, there's no stairs anymore. Okay. Ow. Is it raining rocks now? Hey, dickhead. Yeah, let's head to the graveyard. Ow. I don't think they meant to do that. Okay. Yes, we gotta talk, you church. Oh, I don't know if this is a good thing to say. He sounds like Swiss Morty. Oh, god dang it. Sorry, in the war. We're in the war, Jez. Florina. Dark times indeed. I got that with the raining rocks from the sky, Jez. Yes, pretty bad. I woke up in there. Been defiled. Oh, Bob, you're always a star with the book recommendations, I must say. I've got one save that you read a while back, from the last time I streamed, actually. I'll tell you what it is when we get to the end of the stream, but like I can't remember it off my head just now, because my memory is terrible. He's appeared throughout history in times of despair, and it seems he's back amongst us once again. You know what, let's go ahead. I guess, but chill. Ah, the suspense! Alegria! This is Alegria, chat. This is Alegria. Alegria! Walter's most prized goat. God, give the head to Walter. Corporal Walter. Corporal, actually, though he wasn't much of a leader. Golina's his niece. Where is he? I've seen him for many years. Grandpa used to visit him in his bunker. Ramp supplies. Be the same if you want to speak with him. He's always been a drunk eccentric, and the war made him worse. Bunker. Alright, follow this truck. How's that a key, Jez? Why? Alright. Was that going to keep the old man away? What do we want to call him? Because I want to call him Satan. Like, he's very satanic. Oh, there we go. Sun's out at least. I'll take that. Oh man, terrifying. Right, thanks for tuning in, guys. Much appreciated. It's the first time back in a while. I was like, no technical issues, just more trying to get my dinner and eat my dinner on time. So, but I mean, everything seems to be running smoothly. The mic sounds okay. Grand. I was kind of worried it wouldn't. That's good. Yeah. Don't jinx yourself. It'll happen the way. That's what'll happen. Oh, Mr. P. Just while I'm here, I'm actually going to do this to get this little. I think we've had that discovered. So let's fill the pan. Gonna need that for coffee. Look, Hyperion. It was not Hyperion. Hyperion is actually on my bedside table. Though that was recommended to me by Wish. Hang on. Before we, do you know what, Bob? For the sake of the suspense, I'm just gonna go find it now. I saved it to my Goodreads. That's fine. My books. Want to read. The Library at Mount Char. That's what it is. The Library at Mount Char. He said it was kind of mental. I was like, alright, I'm down for that. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and tell me. Still recommended. Nice one. I'm currently reading 2 at the moment. I've got one that I'm reading in bed. Just now I'm going to try and finish that by before the week's done. And one I've kind of just reading a little bit of chapters on because it's quite funny. The funny one is Richard Ayoade's book, The Grip of Film, which is Richard Ayoade presents The Grip of Film by Gordie LeSure. Gordie LeSure is a character that Richard Ayoade has made up.
La clave è rotta.
And it's a character that is obsessed with terrible movies, but thinks he's master of film. The A to W of film, because Gordie couldn't think of XYZ. Quite funny. Also a good send-up of misogynistic film reviewers. It's very funny. Got a good laugh out of it. And the other one is Spaceships Over Glasgow. Mogwai, Mayhem and Misspent Youth, which is about the early years of Stuart Braithwaite. It's an autobiography of the frontman and guitarist for Mogwai. But local Glasgow rock, post-rock? Probably post-rock, is that right? If you would know them, the style of the old Godspeed You Black Emperor. I know you're a fan. Don't know if you're a fan of Mogwai but Mogwai are also good. Very good. Decided to put that on my reading list because Young Team, the reissue of the debut album, is out on vinyl on Friday, and I'm looking forward to picking up a CD for a long time. Hello, Florina. I didn't even realize you were going to be there. She got a little bit of a fright. Okay. Hello. Come talk to me. There we go. Bacco! Sick. Way too excited about that.
Forse la pipa cargada.
There you go, pipes full. I can smoke. Nice one.
Io sento che si c'è in chai vasil.
There's something stirring on the summit. I don't know why it's always creepy little girls. Lurking children. Shudder. Oh. Please, Lord, let me be wrong. Everybody.
El babo, esto es controlar las baterías.
Batteries. Oh, I know the battery.
Esto es controlar
Where's
las
the battery?
baterías.
Ah, there we go.
Y la batería no.
Good thing I found one. And get it. Hey! Oh, this is my. Oh, this is for the truck. Alright. We're going trucking, guys. That's Boogie.
Quels ruocs de mel en vits.
The honeypots. Okay.
De quemalec.
This picture gave me nightmares as a child. My never took me with him to the beekeepers up near the Alp. The honey's the best I ever tasted. Oh, I wonder why, and I wonder why we'll find out why Grandpa never took Cardine up there. We'll find out. We actually will. Right, before we go though, I'm gonna have some coffee. There we go. Some, yeah, some log in there, and let's light it up with a match. And light it. Barking children. Heard that, Bob. Give me a good chuckle, so it did. Haha. Never have too much coffee. No, you can't Axie Macaque stuff. Welcome to the chat, buddy. How we doing? You a fan of Mundaun? I am. There we go. Hello! Welcome aboard, man. Down. Wee cuppa. Scared. Hi. You can play it a few times to get the ending. Me too, Axie McAxe face. So, if you've not tuned in before, my name is Sam as well. If you prefer Sam or Ham. Ham. Chat tends to go for Ham. I've not streamed in about a year. Because PC went bye-bye and life got in the way of stuff. But I'm back now and I thought I'd stream something that I'm familiar with. Coming back home. But thematically appropriate would be Mundaun. Why we're here. I just got the Moovel key. Ah, I love it, honestly. Like, legitimately one of my favourite horror games. Or horror experiences in general. I just... Like, I was describing it as well. Always feels good to come back. It's a grand old time, so... Anyway, let's get here. Yeah, I think Mikael Ziegler on Twitch? That's it. Oh yeah, because it's the... Serpentini. That's for the bridge. Sunday's invitation online. They really did. I am very excited to see what Fields will do next. Let's go up here. But glad you tuned in, man. Glad to see it.
Ha! Il movel de tat.
The move I can't.
Kilohertz.
Radio
Le
frequency.
frequenze de radio.
Oh, I got it right away. Okay, we'll get to that.
Quai hai la frequenza sul zedel. Il care un po' plains. Eu sai un cargado plifa.
There we go. Yeah, this is. Yeah, it was the chap made it. Mikael Ziegler. This was his first game, and supposedly.
Quai babo.
Well, then you should keep the move. There you go. This was the first game, yes, and I think Mikael is from the area of Switzerland that they speak the dialect in the game from. Like, a lot of this is kind of based on personal experience, so it's very much like him telling a very personal story, and I love it. It's very much. Me and my fiance also loves this game. She adores it. Gotta get the right frequency. There we go. Da 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 da. Liv sung this song so much. Very, like me, very terribly. Liv could probably keep it in tune. I cannot. For the life of me. It just doesn't happen. I need to get more. Any other hard gems lately? I'm trying to think gems specifically. I mean Pathologic too, if you want a sort of not quite as horror, but more just the horror of actually playing. Like I love it, but go there later. Oh, I need to get hay first. That's why. Come on, Cardine. What play No One Lives Under the Lighthouse? Fun enough for me and while we're talking about the film The Lighthouse recently, is that I know that that actually has strangely enough has a correlation with the Lighthouse itself, with the film Lighthouse. Yeah, Pathologic kind of eats up your time, man. If you're gonna get, I don't blame you. Like I not horror related, but Disco Elysium as well was like I left that game for a year, then came back to it, and I was like, oh, this is my favorite game. I'm now basically a Jehovah's Witness for that game. Just like, hello, would you like? I would like to talk to you about our Lord and Savior Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau, please. Left will attest to that. I don't think I shop about it. Our friend John G13, he does the stream as well. I think probably sick of me talking about Disco Elysium. Oh man, good times. Like oh, there we go. Get the hay. Dude, like just generally indie stuff in general, man. Like you're summoning the wrong person to dissuade you talking about disco. This is true, Cliff. This is true. And who said I wanted to dissuade you? There we go. That's the move of full. There you go. Oh no! Oh, too far. I didn't investigate the whole study? Oh my god. Terrible. You're a terrible grandson, Cardine. I do like some weird stuff. Like, Mandalore's good at finding some weird stuff. Mandalore Gaming's very good at finding the odd hidden gem here or there. I think that's how I found out Nobody Lives Under the Lighthouse, because I want to try Trepang. I know that's not really horror, but it's inspired by fear. That's not out yet, though, I suppose. I know Faith's might be quite good. It's a weird sort of, like, Atari style horror game. I miss. I'm late on. I didn't open the drawer. God damn it. So for Walter in materials, Fiorina, honey, hay for the goats, and schnapps. Okay, I got the schnapps. I've already got the schnapps. That's fine. Get the honey from. Well, there we go. Well, lads, I'll tell you what, we'll probably get the honey and then we'll call it a day for there. Because the honey sequence takes a lot out of me. It's a special time. What are you doing to the... You come with? Florina gets it. Florina gets what the jams are on Mundaun. Yada da 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 da. I forgot she gets on the... I forgot she gets in the movie with you. Oh, well done, man. There we go. It's steady. Okay, note to self, don't drive with a keyboard whilst also drinking coffee. Don't drink while driving. That's what I meant to say. Well done, Brain. Well done. There we go. What about you, Axie? You got any good recommendations for indie horror gems? This is actually, this one's a very good one. Good choice on this one, and again, if Nobody Lives on the Lighthouse is very good. I'd like to play that soon. We're really going into it. Nice one.
Blind, blind, the blee fine på plats.
There we go. Ooh. Alright. Well, guess I'm walking the rest of it. See, I just watched the episode where everyone builds planets. Oh, Darkwood's excellent. Oh, I love Darkwood. I'm actually thinking of playing that on the stream at some point as well, actually. That game's intense. That game is really intense. Oh, okay. It says this while I'm walking towards what... Oh, this looks horrible. This looks horrible! It's a long since I played Darkwood. I think it'd actually be quite a refreshing time to play with it. It's the tunnel, son. It's the old tunnel, son. I'm pleased that you found it. Darkwood's superb. I love that game. Good choice. You like my gift? Not really, man. What the hell did you do to me? Ingrate. That doesn't explain. You just called me an ingrate because I didn't like what you did to my hand. Oh god, yeah, no, I can't stand it. The nighttime tears me to shreds in Darkwood. Take a look for yourself. I don't want to go down there. I'm going down there. Oh, but so we got Walter Schnapps. We've got the yummy hay for the goats, but we don't have anything. We don't have the honey yet. Rude. How dare I? Always wanted to be double jointed, Glyph, didn't you know that? My brother's double jointed. If you ever want me to change the station, guys, just let me know, because I just default to this. I default to the kind of slightly off, but oddly soothing. What did I miss? No. Oh, she just disappeared. Like. That's why I didn't register not being here. Remember, I think I went to one of these once and actually just off the side of a cliff and I was not pleased. It is bloody dark in here, like. Oh, ammo. Super. She had a gun. There is like a little achievement that you get if you don't kill anyone, but if it's between me or them, I'm gonna pick me. Okay. No. You. The hey man, the music's gone creepy. And that means it's not good. Alright. Oh crap. Let's follow the headless goat into the dark. Only this can go. How many is that? There's 4, if I remember correctly, there's 4. 2 and there's 2 main ones, but like there's variations of kind of thing. If I remember correctly. I have been wrong. Correct in the past. Alegria, where are we going? Oh, we're here already? Oh. Listen there, wow. Yo. You here? I'm just assuming Alegria is here. Don't wanna. Who's in here? Good stuff. A bath. Tell me what I smell like. No cards? What's this? Persona? Ding, ding, ding. Honey. Oh, we're getting close, I guess. Thanks, Alegria. For the save. Jesus. Right, not just me, this is really fucked up. This is not great. That doesn't help my cause either. God damn it. Oh, I gotta follow! Axie McAx stuff, thanks for the follow, buddy. Appreciate it. This is sort of missing as opposed to a bloody stump. Yeah, it's just kind of not there. Like, the game's not gory, it's just kind of off. Like, all the time. Please leave it. Oh, also I'm getting screamed at by hay people. Isn't great. Guys, can we not, please? That looks horrible. What the fuck? Alright guys, we're going inside. Away from the Hayman. Yeah, I was very upset, Bob. That bummed me out. No worry, Axie. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Thanks for the follow, and I'll see you. Got bleating from my backpack. And we'll see you around, buddy. Take care. All the best. Thanks for tuning in. Maybe I'll play Darkwood. You're awake? You gotta be thirsty. Let me get you some water. What a nice, considerate man Cardine is. What a nice, considerate man to feed the thirsty goat head in his backpack. I feel like we should talk about that. Like, he's just like Cardine's very chill about the whole thing. Also, I'm feeding a severed goat's head. Find water for goat head. Done. Ah, with my pen. There we go. You feel better now, my dear. Oh, what a sweetie. Yeah, where does the water go? I didn't even think about that, Bob. I just thought it was. I think I was too focused on the strangeness of the fact that I'm feeding a severed goat's head water. That I was kind of like, this is. Yep. Didn't even think of the logistics.
Grazie.
Grazia. Into the goat mouth, duh. Wait, you can talk?
Naturalmente.
How?
Du sommeliers
Right, but you're weirded out by that. Dude, you were talking to it. You were talking to it!
Ci.
And I talked to Ash, so I don't know.
Adundels omens.
One of the men who did this to me. You be careful, I don't like how your hand looks. I don't like how my hand looks either, Alegria.
Vide ci regordi o tai.
Friend of my human. So I love the way that anytime there's a or a bleh. Where'd you find me?
Eu ai umflaut ela caplote stia.
You were in the church! And you're down.
Miela. Sto se cala parozza den flying lege. Dierma bain.
Sleep well. Alegria. Alegria, definitely my fave so far. Absolutely, Glyph. This is like love the characters in this. They're just like they're kind of just goofy apples. What the f?
Poi me lei de Florina.
Painting of Florina, she looks very pissed off. That looks like a prog metal cover. Looks cool though. I like when you look at certain paintings, there's kind of, you get the like ambient footsteps or something like that. Ambient sound effects related to that painting or picture. You can't get in there. Is there a bed here? Please tell me I can sleep here. I don't feel like going out again. Oh, thank God. Whew. Oh, good start. A dream? I can't remember if he has a dream or not. Oh. Well, there we go. That answered my question. Alright, the endless hallway. Or the out... I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. I don't look right. It keeps getting further away. And now I am in the middle of both, and I can't escape. And breathe. And then you start to just, nah. It's a bad time. Whoa. Find a bed. Sleeping. Upstairs. A house. Hey! Let's get that sorted.
Mettere acqua e la cazzetta.
I'll put in the water first. I can't just keep breaking into people's houses and eating their food. Yeah. They don't need it.
Es regordel de qua codis. El tracta
The Legend of a Prisoner in the Mountain. I think someone from the valley wrote it. And H.R. Serpentini.
L'autor H.R. Serpentini. El era in del soldai si la montagna.
The Soldier of the Mountaintop.
Scritto quel roman a H.R. in San
He
Flau
vanished.
manoscritto in sia stanza de lavoro pubblicau il codice.
Posthumous release.
Serpentini, casas per la ponte, domenica sarau. Mos in invito per
We'll get some water. Is there any coffee? Yep, more coffee. Sweet! I can have 2 cups of coffee. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna like load up on coffee so my fear resistance gets buffed up. Oh, firewood as well. Perfect. Ah, I don't have enough firewood. Dang it, I can only have 1 just now. Also, I like that as well. This is like one thing I really like is that you kind of get your little routines that you have to do stuff. There's an actual set steps you have to take to drink a cup of coffee in this. I really like it. I always make a point to sit down and have a wee. When I do it. Like there's an odd coziness to this game, and I feel like if anyone said I was talking shit, I'm talking nonsense. I'm not even gonna argue with that. Oh, but this is... Alright, so the painting in the raining rocks. Link up. Ow. Asshole.
Gawen i dina falla.
Oh, there's no
Per parts melken.
parts missing. Whew. So we got the pan filled. In here. And put log in here.
Jou doe eens met er ziel café bonke van.
Coffee on first, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Oh, I thought. Wait. Wait, is that? Huh. I'm just losing it. And breathe. That looks like oh, what's his name? A Francisco Goya painting. It looks like one of the black paintings. That's the closest you'll get for anything. I think it was the man. Might have been the man. Could have been the man. Very highly likely it was. But I think that's really sweet as well. There's like the first thing he has is a picture of Dean with his grandpa in the van. He gets to drive it, which I think is quite. Oh, son of a gun. Right, up we go. Okay, door's open today. Really in love with himself. And if that painting outside is anything to go by. Okay.
Was it as color fresh?
Fresh colour on there. Pick it up.
Quella lomp probabilmente sfurgiava una vecchia trova il buella. Si ci ha frugiato una parte la ponte trova il pannello.
Paintbrush. There we go. Not as good, sure, but I mean, seems to have done the job. It's doing the job.
So, posso si fineu traceu.
He's just as good. He's just as good.
Ce feest, is nar.
Hey. You good, Chief?
Ce feest de ko.
In here.
Jou ai bodeu tai.
I dare you smear on my can. Alright, Jesus, man. Those dabbers down the city puts their crude marks or anything. Burning Barn painting. You ever paint a Burning Barn? Like many paintings. You can't possibly expect me to recall all of them. I mean, I can, man.
Viu că te mălideava sil grep durant la garniala nera.
A black hail. Stones. They chump like you. You jealous, man? See if we can fix.
Quasti no.
Give me my name. Well, Giovanni, I don't think I know your name. You better tell me your name because it definitely doesn't say on the screen right now. Alright. Loves himself. Okay, pure narcissism.
Quasti mălideau la matetta.
When did you paint the little girl? If they gone tomorrow. Yep. You find it hard to capture, yeah? In a painting that is...
Ce ai il celè de vosi lieș senza
What's
fare.
the cellar behind the door with no handle? Nothing that concerns you. This message takes place in the cellar, as you call it.
Ci ai il publicum dil celè?
Cellar audience? Global elite, intellectuals, leaders, tycoons, sturges. Battle after war. Creativity and inspiration run in the Serpentini family. I mean, that was real, though. In myth.
Vive tu babel.
Alive? Your dad died, then you turned this into your studio.
Tie mamma?
I never cut off the man alive. She just left.
Senza vese?
Okay, so you look down on the city folk. So you're like one of these snobs that's like I am beyond you. Golden Guard energy.
Io trovo il buono.
Coolio. Your deck. Oh no, you do have to go through the house to get to the... Let's go, guys. Right, we'll get some honey and then we'll call it a day. First. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It is. It is a lot, and like it's not even like it's like it was hand drawn, but like it's so detailed as well. Like if you want to look up the person on Twitter, Bob, they're called Michael Ziegler, Michael Ziegler, and I think he's working on another game just now. Not really said much. I keep seeing little bits and bobs of artwork either that's his, very similar to his. Twin Peaks. I'll be getting there rather shortly.
Diaus e Ludaus. Leo e Florina arrivava in Cunel.
Getting along. Good. Alright. It looks so good. There's a key under here. Apparently. Yes, there is. Thanks, Brain. Here. All right. Into the beekeepers. There's beekeepers. They float. I don't know why. They just do. And I don't like it. They creep me the hell out. They don't make a sound, they just float about. Oh boy. Oh god. They're just hanging out. They're just hanging out. They're just hanging out. Oh. That music. Get in? Please tell me I can get in.
Nu ai le clav.
E. Got my pipe because I do remember one thing. Smoke. The bees don't like smoke. You know the old classic adage of bees don't like smoke. Everyone knows that, right? Bees don't like smoke. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. The wasps get smoked out. Oh god. Come on. Get in. Lovely. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm just assume that's the order. So 1. Yeah. Dude, he's alive! What the fuck?
Parts della finestra han da pli fulin che autras.
4, 1, 3, 2, 4.
Quattro jambunze in caminada alla finestra a quattro viders.
Oh no, so 1, 4, 3, 2. 4, 3, 2. Okay, cool. 1, 4, 3, 2. 1, 4, 2. Did I roll? 4, 1, 4. No, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1. That's why I'm wrong. I don't like the fact he. One. What do you know? Four. He'll even come back. Hey, that's what's. Oh god, this is. Musical meat. Everyone's favorite, Bob. Everyone's favorite, Cliff. Everyone's favorite. One, 4, 2, 3, 1. 1. Oh, 1, 4, 2, 3. That's it. I'm doing it wrong. 1, 4, 3. Four. I feel like I'm missing something here. I've done this twice. Oh, okay. No. I'm good.
Quels tackles della Liege vesano interessant. Quattro jambunze in caminada alla finestra a quattro viders.
1, 4, 3, 1.
Quattro jambunze in caminada alla finestra a quattro viders.
Oh, that wasn't nice, guys, was it? 4. I'm doing it right. I don't know what the heck's going on. Because I know get something from this gentleman here. so I don't know what's happening. Oh, I missed something. Or... Cool. What was I doing wrong? Also, he just spat out his mouth. What better than the other place it could have come out of, I suppose. Not great either way, but you know. I was just mortified to be ready to be like, for me. Get away from me. Have smoke. Be gone, bees. Come on, man. Get in there. Okay. And I think that deserves a... well...
Ai te tikau.
Hello?
Chi è leu?
Yeah, that's me.
Ah, quei curdin. Il beati de Flori.
Fluid's grandson. I've got everything but the honey, man. Schnapps for my cough. That's why you need schnapps, Walter. Okay. Honey for Flaminio.
Io hai un botto. Io hai... Adia.
Right now.
Ja, dat bliet er op je boel.
Okay. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna call it there. I think like coming up to 1:30. That seems like a good time to call it. Get the honey next time. To be honest, probably get this done in another 2 sessions. We made some good progress today. Oh, wow, that puzzle took so long. Just not hitting. Right. Bizarre. Anyway, glad to be back, Bob. I'm glad to see you back in the streams too. It's much appreciated. Cliff, thanks for tuning in. You're a star as well, sir. Lovely, as always. Everyone else that's tuned in, it's been a lovely time. Lev, thanks for watching this. I appreciate it too. I know you've seen this game twice already, but I know you love it too. That as well. And for those of you curious about what the schedule is going to be, I might run it as a kind of thing. Podcast on a Tuesday, then I'll do a Thursday kind of thing. Then just kind of, and then again we're going to try and keep it 1.5 hours because I think one of the things that didn't help before, I'd be doing 2 log streams and it's burning me out a bit because I'm doing it after my work, and that's no fun. That's no fun for anyone. It's no fun for people watching. It's no fun for me. So yeah, that's gonna be it from me today, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I'm not gonna do a raid today because I'm tired. But I will do it next time. If anyone has any good raid suggestions, let me know. Anyone that's any good, just chat. Again, thank you, and I'll see you. Bye for now.